write this down. Thanks for writing that down. Alright, we're in our seats of three. Conversation number 2. Good. I see group E is silently writing our content objective down. Just copy this down. Good. I see group 2 is getting our content objective written down. Alright, take a look up here in 3. Conversations are over in 2. 1. You're silent. 0. Thank you, group 7. Group 2 is silent. Thank you, group 8, for being silent. Group 1, I need you to be silent. Alright, today you're doing your warm-up. This warm-up is not a group effort today, it's an individual effort. So for the first 3 minutes of class, I expect all groups to be silently writing their answers, starting now. If you need to reference your notes from Friday, that's perfectly fine.
Second paragraph. Second question behind me and
You have 28 more seconds to get something written down. I want to complete sentences. Awesome. All right, time's up. Go ahead and take a look up here in 3, 2, 1, 0. If you did notice, we do have a guest here filming me. He's just filming me so that I can watch it back later and get better as a teacher. So it's not about you guys. It's not, we're not going to submit it to anyone. It's just so that I can get better as a teacher.
It's filming you?
Yes.
But it's somehow we're in it.
Yeah, the back of your heads are in it. Your voices are in it. All right.
Somebody's aiming at us instead.
So go ahead and take a look up here. Group number 3. Person number 2. What percent of our grade are exams?
30. Okay.
Not quite sure?
80.
Jose Torres, what percent of our grade are exams? How much? 30%. Jose E, how much percent? 30%. So, go ahead and raise your hand if you thought of something you can start doing now to prepare for your test on block day. Yeah. You can start studying your notes, yeah? Anything else? Yeah. Completing homework and classwork, so completing your work. Anything else we can do this week? One other thing you can do that I haven't quite mentioned to you yet is you're going to have the opportunity to use 1 page of handwritten notes. So your homework for the next 2 days is to think of the important things we've learned this unit. It's in your notebooks, it's on your worksheets. And think of what most important things you want to have to look at on the test. So maybe you're not very good at memorizing shortcuts like ASA, SSS, side, side, side. These are the things you're going to want to put on that page of handwritten notes so you don't have to memorize them. I'm not really testing your memorization as much as how you apply these things. So make sure and get that done within the next 2 days. All right, so today, I'll wait till it's silent. Today's your first day of quarter 2. We're going to start out your grade of quarter 2 with a participation grade. Now we do participation groups in this class. So what that's going to look like at first is you're going to start by filling out question 1, 2, and 3 on your worksheet in groups. And I'll remind you what good group work looks like, just in case we forgot. Good group work looks like we're on the same step at the same time. We explain our answers. Good, I have about 90% of the groups looking up here. I need one more group. We ask questions, so if you don't know it, maybe you've been absent part of this unit. Use complete sentences. Don't just say, oh, angle 2 is 90. Why? Then talk only with your team. Don't yell across the room to another team. That's not very productive. The way we don't earn our group points is if we're talking to another team, we're copying or just giving answers, or we're not talking about math. We're talking more about like what's going on this weekend and less about math. So that's the expectations. Go ahead and take a look. Everyone has this worksheet in front of them. Their eyes are on number 1. As a group, you're going through all of these steps. Someone is narrating what you're doing. So maybe your whole entire group decides the first thing you're going to do is label the measure of angle 5, 112 degrees. Awesome. Do that as a group. I'll be walking around just checking out how groups are doing. Go ahead and start on number 1 right now. Okay, group 4 is reading the question out loud. Okay, group 10 is reading the problem out loud. Make sure we're working together with our groups so we get all of our work. So it looks like we're on 2 different places. Isabel, what step are you on? You labeled measure 5, and now you found measure of angle 7. Good. How did you know those were finger out? They're vertical angles. Good. So it's stuff like that I want to hear that's going to help you on the test.
Makes
Good,
sense.
we're on the same phone at the same time. Thank you.
It wasn't great.
That's like 7.
Did we label angle 5 yet? Angle 5.
What angle is measured angle 6? If we know what it is. 5. I don't think the rest of
Dang, you're so sweet.
So we found
What?
Explain to your groups, it looks like you guys are on different steps. You're on one? Okay. What's next? What are you going to do next? Find the next angle? Is angle 3? How are you going to find angle 3? Just by looking at it? Good.
I know. And then that means that number
So
3
explain to your
is
group.
gonna be 100.
Make sure you're all marking at the same
And then
time.
number 1. And then that's it. Huh? And then you minus 180 by 112.
Okay. You subtracted 112 from 180. How do we know they add up to 180? It's on a straight line.
68.
How would you do it? You put it, why do you have measured angle?
We're on number 2. Who wants to read number 2 out loud?
Explain in complete sentence how you find the measure of angle 7.
So our job is to explain how he found angle 7. So he had label 5 angle. Good, I hear Erica reading out loud.
We have 5.
Oh, sorry. Okay, what does number 2 say?
Now I really like that.
Good. How did we find 7 when we were doing 5? What do we call those? Congruent, because what type of angles came and helped Lily get out? And they are like that? They're vertex, you're close, they share vertex, good today on their vertex. So you found them because they were. Yeah, like today was.
Why are you looking at it?
Alright, this is your 2-minute warning. You should be on number 2 or 3 by now. 2 more minutes. All those questions.
Brian, how did you get to see?
Yes, thank you. No,
That's good.
And you still got me.
Remember, we're only talking to our own.
Y is 1. 1 would be.
My name
Your group has number 3 answered, but maybe you need to ask them a question about it.
you move me like everything.
See, they have number 3 answered. What question can you ask them?
How'd you get that?
How did they get that? Okay, so how did they find the measure of angle 6. So help them out. How did you guys find the measure of angle 6?
112, and then the whole line has to be 180. So 180 minus 112.
You get that?
Trying to look good in the camera. It's like she's vlogging it. They're going to put on YouTube.
I didn't understand.
All right, 5,
You know how it's one
4,
because that one was
3,
Then they
2, 1. Time's up.
Just put
Go ahead and take a
number
look up
6
here in
and
3.
5 have to equal 180 together.
Conversations over in 2.
180.
Silent 1. 0. The only 2 I want to talk about are the ones where you had to give a justification. So number 2 and 3 where we had to write a full sentence. By now, you should have had time to talk with your group about those. So I'm going to go ahead and call in a couple people to answer. Group 7. Person number 1. How did your group find the measure of angle 7?
Because we're given a 5. So we minus 12, 180, and we got 68.
Okay, so you were given the measure of angle 5. How much was angle 5 again? 112. And you were asked to find the measure of angle 7.
Oh.
So how would you find the measure of angle 7?
I forgot what vertical angle.
They're vertical angles, so what do you know about them? Good. So you just answer the question your own. We are given the measure of angle 5 equals 112. So what would angle 7 have to be?
What? Oh, 1.
So we know angle 7 is 112 because vertical angles, what did you say about vertical angles? They're congruent. So if you had something like that, you mentioned either vertical angles or you mentioned the fact that they are congruent, that's great. Number 3, I'll take a volunteer. Number 3, yeah. Just your guess.
To find the measure of angle 6, I subtracted 180 degrees to 112 degrees and got 60.
Okay, good. You got 68 degrees. How did you know to pick? You were given 112, but how did you get 180?
Because I know that there were linear pairs. They add up to 180.
Good. So we subtracted. So in your response, if you mentioned something about linear pairs or that they were supplementary, that's what I was looking for your complete sentence. So with these same group norms, and I'll show them to you again, we're going to move on to a team review challenge. So I heard pretty much every group talking through those problems, so I'm going to go ahead and start you off with 10 points each. There's no 5. Now you'll have a chance to add or subtract from your participation points today by answering some questions in your group following these norms. While you're answering the questions, you'll get 1 minute to deliberate with your group. When that 1 minute's done, you can't talk to your group anymore, and I'll call on one group, one person to give me the response. If they can't respond, we'll skip, we'll go on to another group to earn the points. So make sure, even if you know the answer really well in your head, everyone in your group knows the answer and can give me a justification for that answer. Can someone remind me what the word justification means? I say asking for a justification. Yeah. Like proof or evidence, some kind of explanation. So let's start out with number 1. Everyone should be looking at square number 1. That's where you're going to write your answer. Do the following lengths make a triangle? Why or why not? Talk to your group. You have 1 minute.
So we write that for number 1?
Yep, you're right. Right where it says number 1.
You guys have.
All right.
Same, right? So, do they make a triangle?
Right, the two short sides will be there.
No. Good job, guys. So you're gonna write? No.
All right, wrap up your conversations in 3, 2, 1, 0. I want to hear from group number, have a 5, group number 8, person number 4. All right, group number 8, person 4, Jose. What did your group have to say? What was your answer? Do you want to skip? Okay, we're skipping group 8. And we're moving on to group number 3, person 2. What did your group have to say? No, because? Is 16, and what else? Close. I'm going to move on to one more group. I won't take the points away. That was close. Group 4, person 2.
It's no, because if you add 12 and 4, which are the smallest numbers, it would go 16.
Good. So we had our two shortest sides, 12 and 4. If you had 16, our inequality didn't work. It's not greater than. So that's not going to work. The answer was no. Number 2, this one should only take you guys 30 seconds. What 2 types of angles do you see in the pizza slices? I'm going to give you 30 seconds.
You see more than 2.
2 examples. Take 2. Write down number 2.
I see a writing.
Make sure everyone in your group knows the answer.
I want that.
All right, your group conversations over in 3, 2, 1, 0. Group number 10, person number 4. What 2 types of angles could you see in the pizza slices? Obtuse and acute. What's the difference between obtuse and acute angle?
One is bigger than 90 and one is lower than 90.
One measures greater than 90 and one measures smaller than 90. Alright, how many degrees are in a straight line or a straight angle? How do you know? Talk to your group for 1 minute. How do you know that?
Isn't the reason we know those skills is straight? I'm saying 150.
How do you mean it? Yeah. You guys think it's more? Group song number 3.
Keep going. The whole circle's 360, so how did that help us figure it out? All right, your group conversation's over in 3, 2, 1, 0. Group number 2. Person number 3. It's 180 degrees because it's half of a circle. And how many degrees are in a whole circle? 360. So our straight line's half a circle, half of 360. Question number 4. Let's think about it for you guys. All right, someone in your group, read this question aloud to your whole group.
What are the three isometric transformations? Why are they different from isometric
This one you might need your notes for. You might need to take out those vocabulary. This might have been before. Even older. On the one. Alright, you're getting closer. There you go. I still hear good conversation. I'm going to give you another minute. And why are those different than honest?
Rotation.
Did we find our notes?